Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me today for your mid-month reading for June 2024. We are headed into summer and you are a fire sign, adventurous, right? Adventurous Sagittarius. And you guys really glow in the sunshine, don't you? So I hope that you're excited about this summer season for those who are in the Northern Hemisphere. And there is still adventure ahead for those who are in the Southern Hemisphere and welcoming in winter. Happy solstice to everyone. What we're going to do today is discover what type of energy within your highest timeline, your highest potential, tapping into that higher self collective for you, Sagittarius, for the second half of June. Okay, so I will go ahead and change the camera view here so you can see the cards. Perfect. Nope, wait a minute. There we go. Okay, so I am pulling from the gold foil deck. Sorry for that glare, guys. And the description, excuse me, in the description, there is a link from for this beautiful deck. I just love how the colors pop. If you're interested in having your own, it is the traditional Rider-Waite imagery and symbolism, artwork there. So colors just really shine. Obviously, this is a very shiny deck. So let's see. Just talking to the cards for a moment here. What is available for Sagittarius second half of June? All right, popping out. Ooh, satisfaction matching. This is a total absolute alignment with the things that you desire. This is very impressed with yourself, very impressed with your abilities. Not surprising for a Sagittarius. I would definitely expect a Sagittarius to feel like this very often, but I applaud you for feeling like this now. So it looks like things that are working out in your favor, things that you're desiring, you can see or feel are headed in your direction, and there's no worrying about it. It's you're just allowing things to come in because you're a vibrational match. Wonderful job. Okay, that's a great place to start. Let's keep going here. Okay. Oh, now this is okay, so I have to take note here that both of these are what, excuse me, they are cups, which means we're talking about emotional well-being, right? So this is when Venus enters a water sign. I think it's Pisces. I'm not 100% certain. But as you know, that the second half of June, we're headed into Cancer season, which is a water sign. So this is where you are receiving a lot of ideas, a lot of inspiration. Imagination is sort of popping off here in many different directions, and it's inspiring you in many different ways. Now, but in a very satisfying way, obviously. Now, the key to this card, the Seven of Cups, is to not try to force anything, and it does appear that you are not. That you kind of tapped into the realization that I can't force anything to happen. I can just explore how it feels inside of me, and then allow what is like what takes hold, what takes the momentum, what kind of inspired action I get from here. When you try to figure everything out, every one of these out to like the furthest detail of how it's going to complete, what it's going to take, what's the final outcome, all of those things, it begins to become a chaos card. But like I said, it appears that you are spot on with how this is impacting you, where you're not trying to force anything. So bravo on that. You're getting a lot of inspiration from source right now. This is perfect for Cancer season. Okay, so now, okay, well, all right. So let's talk about this. This is now the two sevens here. Now this is swords. So we're thinking about perception. We're talking about thinking. We're talking about perception, perspective, the way things are being seen. And this card can talk about manipulation, being lied to, being not being somebody not being completely honest with you or forthright with you. And so you need to head a different direction because you realize that. This card can also be a card of strategy, which means that this is a very different way of going about how you had manifested in the past. So maybe you had been trying to push things before, and you're recognizing that is only causing chaos, which this card can lead to. Chaos in my mind, chaos in my body, frustration. And so I'm having to recognize that even though it has appeared with interacting with people, right, with the material world, it has appeared that it is my action that forces things. Okay, but I have become aware and realize that there is a different method in order to actually experience the things that I would like to and have the things that I would like to have in my life. And so you're going about it in a very different way. And it would say to me, again, here, reiterating what I've already stated, is that you're doing this in a very harmonious way with your own divine spirit, in a way that is alignment. You're now choosing alignment, is what these three cards are pointing towards. All right. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get um, some clarifying cards. Okay, I do want to point out that at the bottom of the deck here, I did notice that there is the Six of Cups, which speaks to a relationship with somebody who is very important to you, a very meaningful relationship is at the bottom of the deck. So it seems to me that there is someone inspiring you right now to maybe go about life in a different way than you had before. So that's terrific. It could be someone from the past, it could be somebody new, but either way, they're very important to you. And this could even be a romantic partner because we have the Lovers card. Okay, so getting some clarity from the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms. Now, Lovers card does talk about. Well, this is so we're just coming out of Gemini season. This is a Gemini card. This is where you have options and decisions need to be made. Okay, but it also talks about where two things that are polarized. So in this, like the Lovers, when we're talking about a romantic partnership, we're talking about the polarity of a feminine energy and the polarity of a male energy. One is intuition and creativity, and the other one is action, right? That's where these two archetypes or energies come together, and having recognized, I guess maybe understanding the importance of each one in order to bring something together so it's not separate anymore. Okay, so what does that mean? That can mean that this person right here is in fact a lover, someone that you have decided that you are going to commit yourself to. Okay, so there's a decision where you and another person have merged, right? Or if this is not about a person, this is about something that is nostalgic or something that has been meaningful to you for a long period of time, that gives you a sense of comfort, gives you a sense of peace. You have been able to understand the intuition part of it, and where you do take action, and that action is inspired action. Okay, because this is very balanced at this point. All right, so it's not forcing anything, it's being inspired to take an action from a very balanced place within these. And this would be a new strategy, right? A different strategy, a way of going about it. So the next card here we have is the King of Swords. Okay, King of Swords is all about truth, all about honesty, all about, so excuse me, I apologize, I keep clearing my throat here. Get a glass of water. Okay, so with the King of Swords, with him talking about honesty, now these are both swords cards, so I'm going to have to say those two are playing off of each other right now. So that means that you are now recognizing with perfect clarity the truth of a situation. Maybe that's the truth of this person, like maybe it's being revealed to you the depth of the connection between you and another person. Maybe it is the truth that you have been playing into some perspective in your life in a very naive way, where you may have been manipulated and being taken advantage of. Okay, so it's time to again go about things differently, and it is time to be completely honest with yourself about the entire picture. Okay, the entire picture. So how does this play into, this is where we're now we're starting, I can even see within this sort of like there's maybe two different storylines going on here. One is where you need to see the truth of the situation, the truth of who you are, and be able to take action from that place. And the other is a romantic situation. So it could be just different for other people. But also, how does that play into this? It could be tying into going about it in a different way. But I think that there's a little bit deeper that we need to go to see how all of it begins to tie together. Okay. So let's go deeper. All right. So we have the sun here. Now that's beautiful because this is Leo, which is another fire energy, and this is very blessed, very optimistic, everything very heart-centered, glowing, growing, doing well, all is well. Okay. Now we also see a child here and a child there, so we're talking about childlike curiosity. We're talking about a sense. Again, let's look at this and say a sense of maybe naivety here where you had been taken advantage of, okay? Where you had maybe looked up to somebody who had been sort of leading the way, and you have now been able to see that maybe they don't have the answers, and the answers are really within you, okay? Because you know what you want with perfect clarity, with calmness, with tranquility, you know what you want. All right. So now we have the death card coming right here on the heels of the sun card. All right. Now the death card speaks to a total and absolute transformation within you. Okay. And this transformation brings you to recognize the most stable, most certain, most true parts of yourself. So the true part of your intentions, the trueness of your own personal character. So it seems to me that there is an entire leveling up in your maturity, what you're willing to have in your life, what you're willing to not have in your life, who you're willing to listen to advice from, and how you are now implementing your own intuition into the picture to be a driving force in your life. And so you're going through this transformation to where you can have all of this positivity, and the driving force is something that feels warm and secure and loving to you. All right. That's it. That's like period, like mic drop. You're going to have, no matter what it takes, you're going to see through the situation. And maybe that is combining your affections with another. Maybe that's walking away from people who are not the best in your life. Maybe it's both. Maybe both of these stories are what's going on in your world right now. And that's why it's not necessarily one or the other, because I'm not able to quite pinpoint. Is it one? Is it the other? It may be both going on with you. Bless your heart. Okay, so let's continue on here and see where this death card is taking you and how this is turning out. Okay, or what you need to know. Let's go there. What you need to know. Okay. All right. So we have now the Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles definitely talks about money, right? Being focused on your finances, but it also talks about energy. Pentacles is where you're placing your energy, because where energy goes, that's where what manifests in your world, right? So this Eight of Pentacles is a Virgo card, being very particular, very organized in your thoughts, being very focused on where your energy is going right now, so that because you have got a lot of things working in your favor, a lot is working in your favor, you're able to now notice all the things that are of benefit to you. And it's saying, like, don't take your eye off the prize. That's what I'm really feeling here. Do not take the eye off the prize of what you truly intend for your life to feel like and look like. And this is supporting when you're focused on what it is supporting this transformation. It's that transformation is then by default happening. Okay, you're experiencing it in real time, but because you're focused on what it is that you want, focusing on what you want in a very pleasurable, peaceful way, it is now causing this transformation and this like leveling up of maturity within you, and being able to discern in a greater power of what's best for you. Okay, and in a very positive way. This is so. It seems to me that with that sun card on the table here, seems to me that even though it is a massive transformation, it isn't a very hard one for you. It doesn't feel very difficult for you. It feels like you're delightfully going about this, because there's a delightfulness to this entire read. All right. And maybe it's because you do have this new love in your life, right? And so it's not hard for you to see things more clearly, because you know, again, what you want. All right. So now we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is talking about, we've got to go right here. Interesting. This is where the energy has been going in a way, a place that had not been serving you. You can see it now clearly. This is broad daylight. This is a moving in a different direction in broad daylight, being able to see what has been manipulating in broad daylight and making that separation, making that mature call to walk away from something that is no longer serving your overall outcome. It's not in harmony with your overall outcome. Okay, so let's see where this is going a little bit further here. High Priestess. High Priestess. So back to imagination, High Priestess is the most, she comes straight after the Fool. She is a very high octave. She is very high vibrational in the fact that she is able to tap into her own personal unseen world from the human eyes. And she's looking at her imagination world. She's looking at her creative world from her internal eye, your third eye, right? From an internal gaze of what you would like your life to look like without limitation. Without limitation. She is very focused on what it is possible for her, and she is allowing that to sort of like tapping behind the veil, what's not manifested yet, but creating with her own inner vision so that it can manifest. With that, and she's doing this, you're doing this in a very peaceful, very aligned way, I have to say. I'm very impressed with how you're going about this. Okay, so now we have the Five of Wands here, where, okay, so maybe it is a little bit difficult. Maybe it is a little bit turbulent. Not maybe as hard as it could be, but some of the stuff that you're having to face here does have you feel like maybe you're a little bit blocked. Maybe you can't see the brightness on the other side of this just yet. But look at how powerful she is. Look at how much courage she holds within her. Look at that staff that she's holding within wisdom. It gives a sense of like personal power, personal respect. And she's willing to take a look at places where she had felt blocked, places that were working against her, right? And she is, this cloud is eventually going to move, and that light is always going to prevail. Okay. So now we have the Justice card. Love it. Love it. We've got the High Priestess and the Justice card working in your favor. All right. Justice is where she's got these swords right here, literally cutting away all BS, okay? And being able to stand with certainty, with trueness of heart, with absoluteness of character, which is what this Death card is bringing you to, absoluteness of character that is in total harmony with what your heart truly desires. Now, we see that the intention with the white horse here, okay? This is pure desire. This is a pureness in your desire. Okay. And what do we mean by pureness? What does that mean? Pure desire. That means that it's not so much clouded with doubt. Okay. So I guess this is what this cloud would say, is just this, any amount of doubt that you're having, any amount of insecurity that you're feeling, the light is going to prevail over that. Okay. So a pure intention, working with the High Priestess, is where I have no limitation, I have no doubt, I have absolute certainty. And this is where this Justice card then goes, I see you, I see what you want. And there is no way that you're not absolutely going to have exactly what it is that you desire. Now, Justice card can also speak to, proposal. Okay, this can mean a marriage contract with this lover. All right. So I mean, this is where this relationship is headed. All right. So you do need to make mature decisions on those who are not supportive of the new life you're building for yourself, and move in the direction that is much more mature for you. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull some more cards here to see what you need to find out. And the Nine of Pentacles. And I want to say that this feels like the final outcome. The reason why I feel this so strongly is like we've gone full circle. You started out here with the Nine of Cups, absolute alignment with satisfaction of what your heart desires. Now, the energy, where your energy is pointed, where you are putting your focus, where all of your attention is going, is in harmony 100% with the overall outcome of what you want. So essentially, this is to say that you are going to get exactly what your heart desires at this point. There are going to be some shifts. There are going to be some changes. There are people that you're going to walk away from, or situations you're going to walk away from, but you will absolutely have in your material pentacles, material, financial, physical world, you will now be experiencing 100% satisfaction of all of everything that you wanted being available to you and now experienced by you. Okay. So, in short, you're getting what you want. There's a transformation taking place. You're going to have to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you. I've already said that how many times, but this driving force here of absolute peace and harmony and comfort in your life is powerful. It is powerful. So I applaud you for what you're walking through. It feels like very transformative, but it feels like it's going to be a delightful and for the most part, fairly easy. There may be a little bit of turbulence, maybe a little bit of hardness, hardship in that saying goodbye, but it's not going to not happen. It's an absolute. So you're leveling up for the final 2 weeks of June, and I am impressed with you. I hope that you are as well. And I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, Sagittarius.